Wangdi Zongkak lies at a distance of 72 kilometers from the capital Thimphu. Wangdi Zongkak is the largest Zongkak of Bhutan. The Tanchu and the Puna Tanchu flow across the Zongkak. Wangdiphata Zong was built by the Shabdrung Ngawang Namgyal in the year 1638.
A Buddha statue and a human skull. Where our first hereditary king, Khonsau Gyalwang was coronated, is the Paro Ta Zong. It used to be a watchtower back in the days, but is now the National Museum. As the sun had said, we couldn't get a visual of the magnificent Zong which stands behind me. That is the Tashigang Zong. It was built in 1659 by Chogyal Minjur Tempa. Kuzu Zampo, and a very good morning to all our viewers. I'm your host Karma Dendup, and this is another episode of Druk Express. It's 10 o'clock in the morning here in Thimphu, and I am at Kunsal Podang. What you see behind me is the Buddha Dordenma statue. Buddha Dordenma as in the Vajra-throned Buddha. The size of the Buddha statue which is behind me is 138.6 feet, which makes it the largest Buddha statue in the world. The destination today is Wangdi, and we don't know yet what vehicle we are going to travel in or who our fellow passengers will be. So join us for this exciting new episode of Druk Express.
On this Druk Express, we are traveling by taxi again, like we did on Druk Express 2, when we traveled to Paro Zongkak in a Wagon R with driver Puba. This time we're traveling in a Hyundai Sandro. A Sandro has a passenger capacity of 4 passengers excluding the driver. Our driver on this Druk Express is 28 years old Thukten Siring. Thukten is from Medung village in Techo Gyawak in Tashiansi Zongkak. Our fellow passengers are Tsoki Dema and Bina Rai. Tsoki is from Ambrangchu village, which is in Minje Gyawak in Hlunsi, and she is... Bina Rai is 21 years old, and she is from Badarshu village in Changkha Gyawak in Tagana Zongkak. The journey today should take us approximately 2 to 3 hours depending upon the road and weather conditions. We have seen much of the sights along the way in Druk Express 1 when we traveled this route to Punakha, and in Druk Express 3 when we crossed the Dochula, making the 2 days trip to Tashigang. But every journey is a whole new experience, not only by the sights and scenes, but more so by the people we meet along the way.
Na hema chape zigala.
Hema pechatai la hema dila.
Class kamchi sinche zizibinal.
Hema ngai 96 na lo class 6 sinjin tabe dila nele nga gomshuwe din dile nga phat takbitewa mamina be chashila.
School tai.
School katilu tai la.
School nga pipi Lobisa Lower Secondary School na netabe dile dore Tilegang na le transfer.
Tilegang class
Tilegang class 10 middle secondary school iba the class 10 since Zamji.
Hema chape zigala.
Matala.
Plus te na hombe lok de chiaslo la lok.
Na de lo jang de chiaslo thalam.
Da nothing bo hebe lo shidem chiasila.
Lo shidechi.
Passing by the old highway with evidence of what harm the monsoons bring, along with granting the farmers' wishes, we make our way towards Hongso, which lies at a distance of 15 kilometers from Thimphu. The cost for one passenger in this Sandro taxi is Nultram 200. Pelyab Transport is the only bus service from Thimphu to Wangdi. They provide services daily, twice at 8:30 a.m. in the morning and 2 p.m. in the afternoon.
Gyawak nalu shiteshoyen igala.
Jiktin shedi la.
Nagi shiteshoyen gi thega chama tota igala.
Matola sachiya. To ni tema matola ne vera disila.
Digalo nga iga tebe kapso shitin shen se magola shle nga mana zibe telane lebende shitin shen gotsunu sanbe koibala. Di tingachi iga jo den ane pinpinje so di anzambe dalo de di khori suge shebe mela. De namsame leshumi me di ngachi de hemale shen de lama sum jisolo di 남으면 팬도 bom도
Dani shiteshen paikalu ibdalu tena ki mabashi dong bala mid sugi japchol kadebe dula mid sugi thi tre chamato di duga kadebe
콘수기 파르시비디 레지메레 빈둘 콘수 가르둘 디 콘수 아시 심 가디에 두데 같이 비서진 이 칼로 아시 콘수 헤마리라 페차 마든 디기 지든치 몸이디기 다 콘수라 핀토
nagi khatule samchar kadebe yulani shiteshen di regime imego yanchin mi lato chawi la chimega kademo na ki
아니 디나섬 리시미메 발라 시틴신디다 헤마담포벤로 옌딘미르나 아니 또베발라 다더나바 게카베르기 조다로 데 이칼레파니섬 시틴신로 남베달로 아게 안게 면세 뿌라 한숨 따베달로 난 솔리시미메라다.
We arrive at Hongso.
Kuzombola. Bas taridi na chongkanalu mie kaimi numula.
Online
Kadebe na customer suma ba kara umina la min.
customer the major ani gari driver sumina
Las
truck driver sumina
truck driver. Passengers taxi de sukani mi bina la.
taxi na ani mila bus ek ani mila
Las.
just major taxi sumu gari sumu deso le ani truck driver sumina
나 이거 선이기 같이 유비나라 나로.
batu momola
버티도 모모. 공세 가데베나 버티도 모모.
25 la
25. Nishara 25 la. We're now in Hongso. It's just a half an hour drive from Thimphu, and we were in conversation with Mr. Ishe, who's the owner of the place, and he was sharing with us that most of his customers who come to this place are drivers, people who drive heavy vehicle like trucks and buses. He told us that not even the public transport buses stop here. I'm yet to find out why, because I think it's a good way of promoting local businesses, and all these delicacies that he has on display, for sale here. First item we have to eat here is lo, which is lungs. Kachigi lo inala, puppy no. This is cow's lungs, which sells for 10 rupees. This is sausages, which sells for 5 rupees per plate. Then this is pig's ears, pavinamjo, which I came to find out from Libby Ishe is the most popular dish which sells. And then finally we have pabi guto, that's pig's head, and on that side we have eggs. Those are the edibles that I was talking to you about. Other than that, they offer milk tea, they offer salted butter tea, and they have beverages like beer and they have a bar also. But I'd like to advise our viewers not to drink and drive.
For those of you who have traveled this road, you must have noticed these buildings. Well, today we are going to pay this holy temple a visit. Tashigang Gemba was founded by the 12th Je Khenpo Kyunga Jamso. The ground floor of the main temple houses the Doji Cha, Vajradhara Lhagang, behind which resides the 16 Arhats, Nete Chudru. We arrive when a ritual instrument class is in session. Tashigang Gemba has served as a retirement monastery for quite a few Je Khenpos in the past, and in a way still is. Tashigang Gemba is also home to Shekaza Drukchu. Let's hear the story behind this holy water.
The Koregi Todam Shika Tawadi, the Nalu Sodi, the Lokoregi Chayodi Nata Tam Nalu, the Ani Todamdi, the Nalu Chu Omtochina Zu, and Shika Tawadi, the Chu Omtochina Sonusela, the Ani Duchudi, Sawadi, Tarinavana, Shikazase, the Anivela Villani Duchudi, the Duchudi Givona, Chudi Satum Saschivitin. The Jagi to send the Konama Sea Tontowe, Jase Bomnemi, Guse Chunemila. Then it should too much in the Nangachana Manajan, Dimi, Anim to Sugi, Lavachin, Tani Paul Matente Mitomatomiri, Druk to Pop of Kara, Nigilation, Santo Vese, Tani.
Back on the road, we engage in conversation. I ask Bina, Tsoki and Thukten on their views on the controversial Dryangs.
Maba Dayandiro, Lishum Chimel is normal at Chilibewachin, Cassandero, Iga Disu, the Largi Shin, the class Tamleta, the Leanele Shin Yi, Rangia Shungina Matobe, the Rangi Gagranda Taopeda, the Laluchi, the Rangi, the Chiru Labe, the Nima, Anzum Rangi Shin Tani, Gokap Top, Anzum Beda, the Rock, Korang Kangil, the Koran Sesu Beda, the Achia did. Same guys is Shunilan.
Ani lishmi me wala didi ro lalo yundi bomta masumi diso ani dis lepento dubala dan ro lalu gi dayang su de lalo ani busbum di sana ziboda de mi lalu gi de ani da khon mipta me mip jome anzum lab de wala anzum na lefa ani zum lishmi nduse didi lishmi mip na yuna de rangi semi me de dara gatire diru da ani na lefa ziru ya chimna de goro gatile diru da rangi sem go machibachi kachi ani map kate deru jongdila te se mara goche bachi gachira biru rangi donda me dala gate deru zani thungi dolne me mena dala
ta dayang serup ani na devera ngagi tawachin ani both dula positive ta negative and impacts this dula the advantage do disadvantage do the ngachi gi right way na banna the dore wrong way na banna the ngachi gi ani gachila ngachina imeba ngachina depend be men.
Breathtaking Dochula Pass, standing at a height of 30,050 meters above sea level, greets us in a gloomy mood, yet as always, silent and majestic. In recent times, gang formation and groupism was on the rise in the urban centers of the country. The Chief of Police formally disbanded gangs on August 26, 2010, when leaders of the two most notorious gangs, MB Boys and Sabji Bazaar Gang, signed a pledge to disband their gangs.
Some children be ma panzum di matu marunchi me bala gachima sachi pandisu ye yunten ro jimatsu be la habe tiru mero phalitsi chulutsi bani be ro pechata chu delalo gage gogurita delen anale tharke matsu delenyo zelalen thap delen draxis belo tanko thumilo cha thumilo se bustisu maasharan zum be midu bala derna bata shindian zum ngagi thon do zum chibe chan zum lishimbe ani la nigi ani bala tan zum be ni chani dimen san zum apalarangi phamdilu ta phamgi chungko gang le yuntin jinan zum be shimne da shile bomjoda ra phamgi shunglu cha berele shimbe shu phamlu be chi dinlib jo gop chi go bala an zum be ndi la ni ani di yila de bada rangi
아직 팀송 각각에 이 담담변이 해마 배워진데 개인들 남섬에 나나 팀불로 로니 됨치 해마로 남섬 달샤베 되는라 개인들 야 단나베 슝기로 슝기 팀도 담담 존니기라 개인들이 단나바디 다 됨치 이라민들라 여러분들 렘님 테메 데서디로 디다 지부지다 이뿐이라로게 대 슝기 에실잡베 제베가는 단나바 디좀 남섬지다 미팀에서 슝니빈
달로비스나데 이가 미가 디디 텐테베 미시베라 데보다 gondi goila yi sera goi de wata gangi kondanem di ani ngagi thoya ma tho de da gondi goi ise de ani gang form be da lo khosu gi gang form be de da lejum la be ochin de asita be la de wata khosu gi lejum me ma gara khosu tamship chamchi bin do la an bin gi la lejum me sela be
gang be form be la lejum be do ochin nai khatule kare
ganela ni na didi ngagia compliments jinsela.
Descending Dochula, not even 10 minutes downhill, we are greeted by Terten Drugda Doji's Chete. The Royal Botanical Park is Bhutan's first botanical park, inaugurated in 2008. The park is dedicated to the joyous occasion of the centenary celebration and the coronation of His Majesty Jigme Khesar Namgyel Wangchuk. We take a toilet break at where we had lunch in Druk Express IV. Our friends head for the bushes below the road. Proper toilet facility is a major problem along all Bhutanese highways.
kadrena lageza
ani su ngai tele ani su khereina tele ani banakom su ani su chupam de me tele
Abdejung has been selling roasted maize for the past 4 years. He is originally from Thunsi, but moved base to the west to his wife's village, as is a popular Bhutanese practice and custom. We would like to know more, but busy Abdejung puts us on hold. Okay, now we're ready.
이제 주들라니 림부 방어 차 방어 많이 잡니다. 오늘 오늘 아니 마치라 사우다 몰라 아니 차다 림불라서 잡아니 계속 아니 우베베 사우다 심해 봐라. 나이 가루 감니 가네. 가까운데 신 가네니다. 별람 태우라. 남 신남 뛰나스. lokmeida. Nem 소리 가라유이라. 나 이디 가지로. 이나 칠리카이라.
Passing by Tilega, we arrive at the famous Tep Penzo Gemi Drupchu.
For the viewers who have missed out Druk Express 3, if you remember in Druk Express 3 we took our journey from Thimphu to Tashigang. But during that time we did not have enough time, and all I could do was mention in passing that the water here, the Tep Penzo Gemi Drupchu, is supposed to be holy. Some people stop their cars here and give it a wash. Some people just stop here for a scenic view. Well, today let's find out if the water is truly holy and if it's going to bless us. I can't see whether I'm blessed now or not, but what I can share with the viewers is it is very refreshing. Strangely or very unusually, although it's a very cold area where it gets hardly any sun, the water seems to be warm.
Next stop is Misina, that's Bina's stop. So before she leaves us, let's find out how life has been affected post Punachanchu Hydroelectric Project Authority.
Chimgi ani ren dinam seme namsem bombe asla da to gachi wesa jenda Punachanchu PHP ki project da ma hondigi namsame ani go disu gachi beru chala noru te sabji disu gi ani go beru namsame hai chunduna te ngachi gi chim disu rent na ngachi gato sinchen de rent na devi te rent na chim disu ngachi gi da chudalo mithobe se.
We arrive at Misina. Misina is home to the internationally famous Chimil Hagang, a place we visited in Druk Express 1. And I want to find out how business has been affected with PHPA staff taking up residence here.
Tapuna Sancho Magale, Tangachi, subject to draw the current Missimi, temperature dose. The team Mapli decision. They umita the Mapping Magita to get the Panama Kibakani. The Garan Mapping Mangarkasum Timina, Timino.
Karagi Chonchor Musla, Mekuda, Tilen subject, Chese, Tilen Imakamda, Zao, the Sudu, the Gonse Chibe, Damkachap di Mo, Engine, Rana Sosogi, Londetado.
Mapa Dankachap same, the Mapangachi Nagi, the Lenalu, Rota Mundi Male, Lolo Pinslin, Sabine to Shunila, the Machinagi local Gemidi, the Mapa Dankase, the Rangi, the Consanti, the Magi, the Emma Dow Bermula, the Emma Dow, the Tolom Dow, Emma Dow, the Malero, Yukagi Misugi, the Malekon to Savichin Cheti Sege, Asichi, the Yabis on the Shunila. The
Nagi and Chesi to Katile Bogomina.
That didn't a China Sisi to the
tabgi se rangi samila de nga che ro yu khami na sugi te ma baza ondu baza thete ya khur baza yalema tom male tom devra sondo shini la che ani di
He shares what he has on sale and their rates.
tele ema to ke je kangalo te shipsi sondo shini la tele apple ke je kangalo te shipsi sondo shini ta phagi apple di pha timugi apple melani la yani ema kangalo te pekelo te shipsi dang apche bana sondo shini la tele nga che so this is the analo da ani bomshu da chichu bedalo bomshu da tiru tuchu da tele chungu di suchu bana sondo shini ani kewadi chensa di yale te mapa phobja khale shale ani theme bala te ani kewadi keje kanlo tiru chukam tele ani dolom chensa di mapa shale teme puna khale teme la te dolom de keje kanlo tiru kechi kechanga be de sondo shini mijnam chu di medilo the danam da dande thole se mola te be sondo naro de naro bero rogi the bedo salam ni bila nachilo te danam da dande tholo the me che kalam me sondo te ta chu kondo shu sunde chilo te ta nachirgi te sake sabu se sabji se son sake sabu to soro dinamidi ta shum di sab sumi to se ki te ka de se shuni la
5 more minutes on the road and we bid Bina farewell. It's a fairly straight drive from Misina to the Wangdi Bridge, but the traffic is heavy and the speed that they drive in, you feel like you're in a Formula 1 racetrack. Thukden goes to register his entry with the police guard on duty. And we are on the road again, but in Wangdi Zongkhag. Wangdiphara Zongkhag consists of 15 gyeogs: Athang, Jena, Daga, Tanchu, Kante, Gasetsokom, Gasetsoom, Kaji, Nahi, Nisho, Phanyu, Phobji, Rubisa, Sepu and Tetso. The Zongkhag has an area of about 4,038 square kilometers with an elevation ranging from 800 to 5,800 meters above sea level. The summers are moderately hot with cool winters. We arrive at the taxi parking and we bid Tsokidema and Thukden Tsiring goodbye.
We're finally here in Wangdi and lunch is served buffet style here in Karma restaurant. I come to find out from Somtop Gate, from the bureau office here, that Karma restaurant is where people normally tend to come, especially people who have big appetites, because the service here is a buffet style and you can eat as much as you want. We arrived a little late, so there's not much customers here who we can talk to right now. But Sonam was sharing with me that this is a very popular place here in the new township of Pajo. And although it's a little past the lunchtime, the food is still hot. And we have red rice. All of this comes for a price of 120 nultrams. So next time you're in Pajo town, you know where to stop for lunch.
So while we eat this delicious meal, why don't you take a quick trip around the Zongkhag? Wangdiphara Zongkhag is located in western Bhutan. The Zongkhag has a forest cover of about 65%, consisting of broadleaf and conifer tree species. The Jigme Dorji National Park extends into the northern part, while a major portion of the Zongkhag falls under the Black Mountain National Park. Paddy and rice are the main crops, while potato is an important cash crop. There is an increasing citrus and ginger production in the Zongkhag as a source of generating income. Farmers in most gyeogs, however, face problems related to wildlife depredation of crops, which if controlled can really boost the production potential of the Zongkhag. The Zongkhag is served with a good internal road as well as a mule track network. Wangdiphara Zong, founded by Shabdrung Ngawang Namgyal in 1638, is located on top of a high ridge between the Punachanchu and the Tanchu. The Zong is the center of administration and the residence of the Dzongkha Grubde. We have a final piece of information that could prove useful.
Kuzu Zampo, and a very good afternoon to all our viewers. It's a little past 1 in the afternoon and I'm standing on the Wandi Tsanchu Arch Bridge. It was inaugurated in 21st September 2002 by His Majesty the King. He was then the Crown Prince with the Secretary General of Helvetas. The Zong behind me, as mentioned earlier in the program, was built by Shabdrung in 1638. As always, it has been a pleasure and a joy to make and bring this program to you, with Chencho Wandi and Sonam Tharchan handling the camera and Sukraj and Jimmy Wanchu handling the sound. This is your host Karma Dendup, thanking you for joining us on this Druk Express. We hope to catch you again with another Zongkak, another journey and another Zong.